In your navigation bar, there'll be a countdown to your next class. You can open the lobby up to 10 minutes before the class starts. In order to enter, you just click the Join Class button. You'll see your lesson area here. You can make it bigger or smaller. If it's smaller, you can open the current status bar with that little arrow. For class, obviously, it's better if you make it full screen. So the first things about the current status bar are you'll have your student here, and then where it says no lesson selected, select your lesson that you want to teach. And so we'll just open one that has one of each slide type. So it'll open up there. You have to open the lobby before the student can join the class. Then you can push start class, go live, adjust the settings. You can change the audio input, video input, and you can change the effects, the sound effects for the in-lesson sounds. There is also a chat. Make sure that you're not sharing personal information, passwords, credit card numbers, and whatnot inside the chat. And we do keep track of all the chat messages just to be safe. You have to agree to that to use the chat each time. But then you can type a chat message to your student. The video mode is one of the most important buttons. It gives you a choice between having them in the top bar, like they are right here, or you can choose the floating, which will expand the lesson, and then you can move the two videos around on the screen. You can also use this to drag and make them bigger. To quickly go back up to the top bar, or also to reset the video size, you can click floating conversation mode, which will make it just you and the student in class. There's a lot of different keyboard shortcuts. The most important one is the advanced shortcut for teachers, which will not be available to students while in the classroom. So you can push A anytime to advance. It also advances the questions, so it fills the questions in. Manage the slides with the left and right arrow key on the keyboard too. There's an add to review button. That will add the current slide to the student's review mission slides, and then slides that have low accuracy ratings. On some of the slides, we actually track the accuracy, if the student got it right on the first try or not. So if they have a lower accuracy rating, the slide will be automatically added to the review. But you can also add other slides to the review if you want, so that they can work through them for homework. Mark the lesson complete. This is super important if you complete the lesson, because that way you can keep track of where you're at with the student. All of these tools are accessible with the G button to open the gear toolbox, or you can click the gear toolbox in the bottom left corner. So if you push G, we'll go through them one by one. You have a prop library. You can access that with the P button. That pops up a image library. Choose from all, and you can search all, like search for all cat images, or you can go to the characters, or you can go to the aliens, the backgrounds, and the objects. And we don't have videos now, but we will have them soon. By double clicking one of those, add it to the lesson, and you can double click it again to get rid of it. The next shortcut is the whiteboard. So you can push W to open the whiteboard. I'll change it so that the faces stay on the top, and you can draw pictures here on the whiteboard. If you right click, you'll be able to add text. Just click out of the text to save it, and then double click the text to edit it, and right click the text to erase it. You can toggle the whiteboard on and off, and the drawing will stay where it is. Your next shortcut is the countdown. Open it by clicking, or you can push the C button and it will start a countdown. You can add 30 seconds easily. I personally don't use the countdown too much in class, but I know a lot of teachers like to use it, and some of the kids really enjoy the countdown too. Then we have the text tool. Works just with right-clicking on the screen anytime. To make it quickly, you can push G and then T. You'll have to push G first, but easier if you just right-click to access the text tool anytime, then click out of it to save it. You'll be able to move the text around. Right-click it to get rid of that text. Your next shortcut is the drawing. You can push the D button, draw here on the screen. One of my biggest issues is having to draw and then erase the drawing in class all the time. The student can get really preoccupied as well with the erasing. This way you can turn it on and off. When you want them to be able to draw, they can, and if you just push D again, the drawing is gone. You can reopen it and do a new one. So it's much faster than having to erase every time. The next shortcut is the backpack and the badges. So the backpack, you can toggle it with the B button, and the badges, you can toggle it with the S button. This is just in case those two items on the screen are distracting your student. The backpack inventory really just goes with the storyline template slides, which look like this. You can play them all the way through or push A to advance. Anytime there's an action button, that's when the student is getting an item for their inventory backpack. So when we click it, the item flies up to the backpack inventory, and then the student is able to drag them out and interact with it. Either drag it back into the backpack, or you can click this button to return all items. The badges just show the current badge the student is on for each item and how many they have earned. The next one is the voice. This turns off the speaking components of the different slides. Any of the speaking text to voice parts will not play if you have that setting turned off. Then we have materials page. You can click M to open the materials more quickly. Here you can open your own Geniali's, YouTube links, Google Slides, and PowerPoint online. So far we've tested it mostly with just the Geniali's and the YouTube link. YouTube will work without screen share, but if you load your Geniali or maybe some of the other external materials, then you'll have to use screen share to show the student. Screen share is down here, and also there's a screen share button in your teacher video feed. I'll show you what happens if we open the legacy lessons. We almost have the sync working so that we don't have to screen share to show them. And you'll see the regular classroom, and then the student will see this classroom tab rather than their classroom. Everything you do at that point in the classroom, the student will be able to see it. So if we go back to the first lesson in our new curriculum, there's also a feedback button where there'll be templates set up in class for each class feedback. If we select we completed that lesson, it will automatically add the level 1, unit 1, lesson 1. It will add this lesson's feedback into the feedback page. Usually we put like what happened in the story, their new vocabulary that they learned, their speaking sentences that they can practice, and what we talked about with grammar. Push complete on this one as well. It will add that one in addition to your first one. So any lesson that gets completed, it will add it in. If you don't complete it, you can also put add feedback for current lesson, and whatever lesson is currently selected, it will add that feedback on there. You can send it from the classroom, or you can just save it, and you'll notice for the student when we open the lessons, it'll show you which ones you already completed. They'll be green. If there's anything about this classroom experience that you like or dislike, or something that you want to see, or a feature that you would want to add, just leave us a note and we'll work on it.